People of Earth, my name is Colin, your name is Audience, and welcome back to this. Today's Wednesday. This evening I am working a city council meeting in Harrisonburg. I'm doing the live streaming for that. Then tomorrow I'm headed down to William and Mary for a little bit of just a overview of the type of stuff that I'm going to be doing down there this fall. And then Friday may or may not have a tech day thing at JMU. One of the things recently that's been the biggest issue or the biggest barrier for me when doing these freelance gigs is that, especially this coming fall, it involves me being somewhere else. It involves me being away from home, traveling, which also means not being near my kind of main desktop setup. As some of you may know, I like to do some Rocket League. I like to game a lot. So basically, the goal was to find something that would be good for gaming and stuff. Obviously, all of the just like standard like laptop stuff that you should be able to do, like browse the web, watch YouTube, whatever, just all the basic stuff, as well as, God forbid, something happened to my main desktop setup, which as of late has been working fine. There's no danger of it dying like tomorrow, but it is a little bit older. So worst case scenario, I would then transition everything into working off of this laptop as my main daily driver. Hopefully that doesn't happen, because obviously having two things is better than one thing, if that makes sense. I don't know. But I went ahead and bought a new laptop. So that's what we're opening up right now. I did a decent amount of research, had some help from my friend Liam, who knows a bit more about computer hardware than I do. I'm pretty knowledgeable, but when it comes to just kind of that intersection of gaming and editing, I wanted to make sure that I was getting, the most I possibly could for the amount that I wanted to spend. So essentially what we've got here is an Asus VivoBook. It's 15 inches, I believe. I'm going to put all the stats up on the screen right now. Oh, those look pretty good. Yeah, those are some good stats. Those really good idea. But anyway, take them down. Just gonna open up, take a look at it. I'm not gonna go through setting it up and all of that, because that varies based on different computers and all of that, and I have specific stuff that I'm gonna do that. So basically, we're just gonna take a look at the outside of it, how it looks. I think it's got fingerprint scanner, so that's kind of cool. Not that that's super important to me, but it could be kind of cool. So this computer in particular ran me around, I think, put it up on the screen if I get it wrong, but it's $1,300, right around there. That was kind of the perfect amount that I want to spend. I didn't want to spend more than $2,000 on it, but I also didn't want to get something that was really bad. So perfect, really price range for me. And the thinking of purchasing this is the beginning of August. The reasoning between buying this now versus like a couple weeks ago is just the way that credit cards work. As of right now, I'm not like making any money. Obviously, I have some gigs coming up, but obviously the way that gig and freelancing works is you only really get paid for those after you've done them. I'm not a salaried employee. In fact, I'm not really, hourly for a lot of stuff. It's basically just a, flat rate for a gig. And so essentially the plan right now is, the reason buying this now is that, technically speaking, and this is maybe a bad way to think about it, I'm not a financial genius, but this is the way I'm choosing to think about it. By purchasing this at the beginning of the month, I have however many weeks. Again, not that I have a decent amount saved up, so it's not like I can't afford this, because that's terrible, and you should never buy something that you can't afford, because that's how you get into debt, and that's the whole problem. I'm not going to talk about that because I'm not an expert. I just know that that's bad, and you want to avoid that. By the end of the month, I will have had more gigs. I will have done more stuff. So by the time that the credit card payment appears or needs to get paid, that bill comes due, my bank account will relatively remain the same, hopefully. Let's dive into this. So, like I said, it's got a decent amount of stuff in it that's good for graphics, editing if I need to. For the moment, though, it is going to be exclusively kind of gaming and, word processing, using Google, scheduling, that sort of stuff. So really the main thing it just needs to do is run Discord and play Rocket League and maybe Valorant, which it obviously can do, because just about anything can run Valorant or Rocket League. But again, like I said, I could have just bought like an $800 computer that would do that, but the goal is to buy something that's going to last, even if I'm not using it all the time because I have my desktop. Have something that's going to last, because having a laptop and having something portable that has the capabilities that this does is just going to be very beneficial. In here we've got part of our power cable. Let's put that off to the side for now. Go ahead and grab our laptop. I was a little bit worried. I kind of had a nightmare last night, not going to lie, that it was going to be really, really heavy. And it is a good weight. Like I said before, it's 15 inches. 15 inches, not too big, not too small. Anything too big. I didn't want anything. My MacBook was pretty good. I wanted something comparable to that kind of size, which actually, if I grab my MacBook, which is right here, compare the size of these two, it's slightly bigger, but just barely. And the MacBook was great. Don't get me wrong. I loved the MacBook. MacBook Air treated me well for a long time, but I knew that the next computer I wanted, or next laptop rather, should be a PC, because that's primarily what I do all of my work on. Back a couple years ago, I was using Final Cut a little bit more, which made sense to have a MacBook, but now that I've transitioned almost completely over to Premiere for all of the editing that I'm doing on my own, for both the vlog as well as for like freelance jobs, it just made sense to have something that was Windows. So some documentation here. Move that off to the side. We've got the other part of our charger. This is a little bit beefy, not gonna lie. Obviously a little bit beefier than the MacBook charger, but that's just what you're gonna get. So anything else? No, it looks all good to me. So let's go ahead and get this cardboard out of the way. When Liam can attest to this. I'm not sure. He's not gonna be in the video or anything, but he had given me a couple suggestions. Specifically, I asked him, and he sent me one from Alienware. And specifically, the reason why I said no to that one, it's kind of clean looking. I like it a lot. Already got fingerprints on it. The reason I said no to the Alien one that he sent me is it's not out of the realm of possibility that this will need to be something that I bring into a meeting or some sort of professional environment. And as much as I think that Alienware is really cool, in fact, my desktop is Alienware. I love the RGB stuff on there, and the look of it. The Alienware laptop that he suggested to me was just a bit too much gamer, if that makes sense. It kind of screamed gamer. Obviously, I am a gamer. I'm not ashamed of that. But going into, and this was a problem that I had a lot during COVID and looking at everybody else's kind of work from home or Zoom setups, was there were so many people that just had like just the most blatant kind of like gaming headsets with like the wraparound microphone. And I was just like that. Again, not judging people because of that, but there is something to be said in the professional world for appearances. And so that was the main reason why I went and kind of took those specs that he had given me and started looking at other computers, because it just was too out there. I wanted something that was a little bit more sleek, maybe looked a little bit more professional. This one still has some cool edges to it, some cool details. But at the end of the day, it looks more like a professional laptop than the Alienware one did. And that was something that, maybe you don't think is that important, but to me, just for my own peace of mind and the possibility of me needing to be in a business meeting or something like that, to have something that's not just like, doesn't look like a spaceship, basically. So I think I did a good job, personally, picking out a nice looking one. And then we'll pull that away. Very sleek looking, very clean. Looks very good. As I mentioned earlier, we got Intel Core i7, GeForce RTX. And then, not sure you can see, but up here towards the top of the device, we have our webcam, which has its own personal slider. So I believe this is, like I said, I'm going to put I put the details on screen, so I'm not going to worry about looking them up right now, but the I/O is fine. No complaints there. That was something that I thought for a second that I may have done, like I missed, like I didn't really look at it too carefully. But that's essentially it. I'm going to go essentially start charging this, get it all set up for everything that I want to be able to do. I just want to do a little fun unboxing thing because I have fun doing those. Using the top-down setup again was lovely. Trying to figure out a way to not have this bar right here. Maybe we need to, I don't know what we'll do, but Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed me unboxing the new laptop. Me and Kyle are going golfing on Friday. And as I said, I'm going down to William and Mary on Thursday. So there'll probably be a bit more content after this in the vlog, so don't go anywhere. But that's going to do it for this laptop unboxing segment right now. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? I don't know. Basically, what's happening right now is I'm packing up. I'm in Williamsburg right now. Packing up, getting ready to go back to the old, I don't know, does that work? Headed back to the valley. Whew. Had a good night's sleep last night, got everything set up yesterday that we needed to get set up, so it was very, very productive, which was awesome. But yeah, essentially what I've got going on here is a little 3-bag system. First one being this bag, which is my backpack that got me through all of college. It's seen some wear and tear. That essentially just has my laptop, gaming accessories, computer accessories. It's a computer, I'm doing the thing wrong. Computer, charger, mouse, PS4 controller that I use for Rocket League. We had a game last night. We won, of course. And then charging cable for the controller, or just a cable for the controller. Then in this bag we have everything that I showed you in one of those other videos, or last 2 weeks ago. That episode has all of the stuff that's in that bag in it. And then in this bag down here, we have all of sort of the, like the living stuff. So like clothes, toiletries, that stuff. So pretty simple system, works very well. Ideally it would be 2 bags instead of 3. Like if I was going to travel overseas, I'd probably get rid of this bag and just go and just fill up this bag with everything. But we don't have to worry about that. I'm driving around in a Honda Odyssey, so space is not an issue. So I'm headed out here in about 10-15 minutes, probably less than that. Just basically calling my boss to let him know that I'm leaving, and then I'm going to be hitting the road, stopping at Wawa for something to eat, fill up with gas, and then be back in the valley for another day of tech, which, if you're not in the industry, which many of you aren't, it's a tech day. It just means we're getting everything set up and pretending that we need it to work. We do need it to work. We're not pretending that we need it to work. We're pretending that there's something going on. Well, no, we just need it to work. I don't know why I'm saying that we're pretending anything. We're just checking to see if the equipment works. I got it. Whoop.
We overthrew it. That's the danger.
Oh.
Either this tree or that tree. I'd like to hit the second tree if I could. Oh, too low. Oh dear, that was garbage.
Literally the same place I was last week.
Is on 18th hole. Get a tie.
The tie for last. You've got to be kidding me.
Oh my gosh.
Done that 4 times today.